It's time now for the Peter Channel 5 o'clock news, and it's Saturday evening, September 17th, 2016. Good evening, everybody. I am Peter Wiggins, and your 5 o'clock news and on stops right at the 5 o'clock hour is the U.S.-led military coalition and admitted his plane secured out at a tech in eastern Syria that the Russian army says it killed at least 62 Syrian troops fighting ISIS. The explosion went off the garbage can Saturday morning in a New Jersey beach town. Likely was time to disrupt the Marine Corps charity run, the 40D said. Once again, the more disciplined Donald Trump is giving way to the Twitter-wielding Donald Trump after a stretch of more low-key campaign, and Trump is spending the weekend under fire for comments about Hillary Clinton has seemed to cite violence. Russia's military says rebels groups have increased their attack in the Syria despite a ceasefire, and has urged the U.S. to act to be responsible for its collapse. A gunman carried a Remlin note titled Doom fired 18 shots at the Spectrum field of a police sergeant on Friday night. Then tried by the city's west side was gun killed a woman and injured and several others. Louisville beats up on Florida State 63-20. Manguita, Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro welcomed leaders of the non-aligned movement or NAM to the Isle of Margarita this Saturday for the meeting of heads of state and government to be held as part of the 17th Summit of the Alliance. A Cairo criminal court has ruled today to freeze the assets of 5 prominent human rights defenders and have accepted an ongoing crackdown against the government's critics. A group of Central European EU members known as the Visegrad 4 is ready to evaluate any Brexit deal that would limit people's right to work in the UK, Slovakian Prime Minister Robert Fico said. Still, waiting from an attack that left 20 people dead. China's 40 Saturday warned of high waves and strong winds from news from Malacca that was bearing down on the east coast of the Chinese mainland after skirting Taiwan. Abuja, Nigeria. Nigeria President Muhammad Buhari faces criticism for plagiarizing the speech by President Obama, which Buhari blamed on over the zealous staff member. Moscow. Russian space program Roscosmos announced its next space station crew launch has been postponed indefinitely. Simferopol, Crimea. The United States and the NATO would not honor the results of the Russian parliamentary elections planned in Crimea. Rubicon, Jordan. Jordan's refusal to admit Syrian refugee near Rubicon has left 75,000 people stranded in the desert cut off from aid, said Amnesty International. Brussels, a terminally ill 17-year-old Belgian Kim, the first man to be humanized that the country removed age restrictions in 2014. Hebron, West Bank, a 25-year-old Palestinian man was shot and killed in the West Bank on Saturday after he stabbed an Israeli soldier, the Israeli army said. Xiamen City, China. At least 14 people were killed in mainland China after attack from Marathi planted in the east coast as they country braced for another powerful storm. Johannesburg, South Africa. Archbishop Desmond Tutu was admitted to hospital in South Africa after a recent surgical site began showing signs of infection, his family said. Alright, take a look at some U.S. news. A black Tulsa man who fatally shot was shot by police on Friday night while officers investigated the slain man's stalled car in the middle of the street. In direct minutes, the investigators say men confessed the nun's death. Vice President Joe Biden arrives at Tudor Field Hospital for speech Friday at the White House Kent Moonshot and initiated Biden leads on the campus of University of Houston. A Florida man was found guilty Friday of attempted second degree murder stemming from a 2015 road rage incident involving George Zimmerman, a court spokeswoman said. Cairo, an Egyptian judge ordered the financial assets of 5 human rights workers and 3 non-governmental organizations frozen on Saturday. Long Beach, California, a historic train 2.7 California was destroyed by fire early Saturday, Long Beach Fire Department said. The Dallas Police Department has seen a rush of veteran officers return over the past month, stranded and already in defended pension system, city leader said. Miami, Donald Trump at a rally Friday said that the Secret Service should stop carrying weapons to wall, guarding Hillary Clinton to see what happens to her. New York, after more than 40 years of law enforcement, New York City Police Commissioner William Breton has left the office on Friday to cheer from hundreds of officers. Miami, Donald Trump at a rally in Miami said he would reverse reopening the diplomatic ties with Cuba that they did not become a more open society. Donald Grove, former Illinois State Representative Ron Sandak, who abruptly resigned in July, released a statement Friday saying he was a victim of an online sexual extortion ring. Washington. The Air Force grounded more than a dozen converts at 35 Joint Strike Fighter jets because of thermal insulation and fuel tanks in announced Friday. Washington UPI voted daily presidential tracking poll released Saturday shows that race in the virtual tower with Donald Trump holding on a lead of less than 1 percentage point over Hillary Clinton. Fargo, North Dakota, Federal Appeals Court has ordered the halt of construction of a section in Dakota Access Oil Pipeline in North Dakota. OPEC chief Al Jamina not for decision making, according to Algerian state meditator. Union for internal order remaining for part of the controversy about the union of representatives Canada our workers appear to be on the cusp of getting a lifeline from Canada. Newton, Massachusetts, Alfred, Massachusetts, a teenager was struck and killed by a commuter train in Boston suburb. The Boston Globe reported that it happened around 8:45 p.m. on Friday in Newton on the MBTA's Worcester Framingham line. Transit police said the boy was in a van truck when he was struck by a train, and the boy's name had not been released. Boston, the Massachusetts Democratic Party has chosen a candidate to run against incumbent Republican State Senator Patrick O'Connor in November. Water exists in huge lakes fed by melting snow, August scientists released the study. Illegal fishing, which accounts for 30% of fish caught globally, have long been avoided on the side of the small nature lack resources to monitor their waters. This image depicts the extra CDC's Tom Hawken Global Communications Center located at an organization of Robot campus in Atlanta, Georgia. Canada's Prime Minister Justin Trudeau makes close remarks to the 5th Replenishment Conference of the Global Fund for Fight AIDS Tuberculosis today in Montreal. We already did that. Demonstrators in Miami-Dade County residents doing protests on Miami Beach on Friday against the spraying of the pesticide. Nailless outcry erupts over Miami Beach pesticide, spraying in the curb Zika. President Kerry Washington blasted Donald Trump's newly unveiled maternity leave proposal as predicted on Friday, declaring a vote for the self-proclaimed bill and was voting against ourselves. 40% of Democrat voters say Bernie Sanders should replace her if she drops out of the race. If we were... Trump campaign pictures, then deletes food safety changes. Peter Channel News Times now 5:06 on this Saturday evening, and it's time now for a New England Intelligence Report. An arrest warrant has been issued by the suspect in the murder of Jonathan Vasquez Hayda in Manchester, New Hampshire on Wednesday. In Orange, Massachusetts, we're back to that deeper road of Black Trail motorcycle down. Check in on my fight. And now look at your sports at 5:06. In sports, the Boston Red Sox make it 3 in a row against the Yankees with a 6-5 win over the Yankees, as they have a 2.5 game lead on the Orioles for first place in the American League East. Other scores: Atlanta Braves 3-2 Washington Nationals 7-3, Pittsburgh Pirates with the Cincinnati Reds 10-4, Chicago Cubs leading Milwaukee Brewers leading on top of the third, and bottom of the second. No score between the Cleveland Indians and the Detroit Tigers. And Vancouver and Seattle tied at 0 in the 45th minute. And New England Rebels should take on Montreal up in Montreal. Game time 7:30 p.m. Penn State commemorated the 50th anniversary of Paterno's coach David addition and commitment and student athletes at academics during the Nittany Lions game against Temple on Saturday. North Dakota State had won 5 straight games against FBS opponents on Saturday. That streak extended to the last-ditch effort by Cam Peterson to upright the Clemson. While Clemson routed South Carolina State 59-0 in short of game. Peter Channel News Times now 5:07 on this Saturday evening, and it's time now for a track and trend report. Beep beep! Let's start off in the MBTA, where buses were placed on one-line service between Wellington and Oak Grove stations on Saturday and Sunday from start to the end of service. Still on SL2, C2 minute at 8, back to 5 repair, connect, Northern Avenue, and SL5 and SL4. Experiencing mono lanes of traffic on the commuter rail, it's looking good, and on the ferries, they are looking good. And now look at your highways and byways of New England on this Saturday. Out in Connecticut, Burke Parkway on the westbound side of the backpack just around Route 8 in Bridgeport. Route 9 in both fences back to Middletown, Connecticut. 91 southbound side back there from 291 to 84 in Hartford, Connecticut. 84 westbound side of it is back around Hartford, Connecticut. At Western Massachusetts, 91 southbound side back there 291 and 57 up in Springfield. 29 eastbound side it is back there around the Shrewsbury stretch. Mass Pike eastbound, westbound side back there on the western and Newton stretches. 7 Expressway, southbound side it is backed up at the Pike down at the Braintree split. 7 Expressway, northbound side is backed up from 3 in Quincy Yard into the Mass Pike. Route 3 southbound side is up and go from 18 in Weymouth to 53 in Hanover. 128 southbound side back to 95 and continue with Route 24 out of Randolph. 95 in the southbound side it is backed up 146 and 95 in Providence. 95 in southbound side back to the Providence stretch. 146 is backed up after 295 out in Langford Island. And 120 southbound side is back to 114 in Peabody all the way up to 93 at Redden. 93 southbound side is back to around the Zakin Bridge to Somerville. 93 in both ends. Now, northbound side back to around Route 128 at Redden. 120 both ends is back to just around Route 3 in Burlington. And Route 3 southbound side back to around Route 128 in Burlington. 495 southbound side back around 230 up in Lawrence and Methuen. Main Turbata, the northbound side back around 202 out in Gray, Maine. And A9 southbound side is backed up after the Canadian up in Vermont. 87 the southbound side back around Route 11 up in Champlain, New York, and 15 on the northbound side, Ottawa 15 the northbound side back around Route 202 in Southern Quebec, at Montreal. Peter Channel News time is now 5:09 p.m. on this Saturday evening, and it's time now for a weather report and the latest on the tropics. Julia is now top of the direction with 30.5 to the north, 76.3 to the west. That's the same with at 30 miles an hour, moving northwest at 1 mile an hour. And public advisory. Julia is still generating enough shock to be considered tropical depression as there are no close warnings of effect. At 5 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, the center of tropical depression Julia was located in latitude 30.5 to the north, longitude 76.3 to the west. The depression is moving toward the northwest near 1 mile an hour and a slow motion toward the northwest and north expected during the next couple of days. And maps the same winds are near 30 miles an hour. I guess a little change is expected to forecast during the next 4 hours, but Julia is expected to become a remnant low by tonight. Estimated minutes of depression 1,010 millibars at 29.83 inches. And now, let us on Carl. 18.1 in the north, 40.4 to the west. Maps the same with at 45 miles an hour and movement west at 13 miles an hour. And latest public advisory in Carl is forecasted straight in the next week. There are no close watch towards the effect that 5 p.m. at a certain time. The center of tropical storm Carl was located near latitude 18.1 in the north, longitude 40.4 to the west. Carl is expected moving toward the west near 30 miles an hour, and this general motion is expected to continue during the next couple of days. Maps the same with at near 45 miles an hour. Guess and Carl's forecast begins straight on Monday. Tropical force winds. Estimated hours at 230 miles from the center and estimated center pressure 1,005 millibars, 29.68 inches. Alright, and another. So service number 1, 40% chance to the cyclone formation forecast that showers and thunderstorms are considered near the elongated or low pressure between Africa and the Cabo Verde Islands, and environmental conditions are expected to be conducive for development, and a tropical depression could form by early next part of the next week while the system moves west-northwest across the eastern tropical Atlantic, and this system is likely to bring heavy rain and gusty winds of portions of the Cabo Verde Islands and during the next couple of days. And formation chance for 4 hours. Medium 40%, formation chance for 5 days. High 70%. Alright, 7-day forecast goes like this. Tonight, patch about after midnight, otherwise podcast got about 62 degrees. South about 5 to 8 miles an hour. Sunday, chance of shots, thunderstorms. Patch about 4, 9 a.m. west. Most gusts got about 81 degrees. Southwest about 8 to 10 miles an hour. Gusts is high, 21 miles an hour. Chance reaching 40%. Very much. Less than 10 minute time on possible thunderstorms for Sunday night. Check the shot. Thunderstorms patch back up to 10 p.m. Otherwise, cost got low at 67 degrees. South about 5 to 7 miles an hour. Chance of reach is 50%. New rainbow amounts like 4 to half an inch possible. Monday shot likely to be a thunderstorm before 4 p.m. Then check the shot. Thunderstorms after 4 p.m. Patch about 4. 1 p.m. west. Cost got about 66 degrees. South west about 5 to 7 miles an hour. Chance reach is 70%. New rainbow amounts between 3/4 and 1 inch possible. For Monday night, check the showers and thunderstorms. Rain before 8 p.m. Parts about between 1 and 2 a.m. hours. Most clouds got about 64 degrees. South about 3 to 6 miles an hour. Chance reach is 30%. Tuesday, both sun and most clouds got about 80 to about 60 degrees. Wednesday, sun and most clouds got about 80 about 55 degrees. Thursday, sun and podcast got about 75 about 56 degrees. And for Friday, most sunny podcast got about 79 about 59 degrees. And chance showers at 30%. And Saturday, most clouds got about 74 degrees. Currently, in Norton area, it's 73 degrees with first skies. In Taunton and Norton, 76 degrees with first skies. Humidity of 65%. And that is going to be it for the Peter Channel 5 o'clock news, and it's September 17, 2016, Saturday evening. I'm pretty good evening and a good positive. I'll see you at 11 o'clock for a late hour report. I hope you have a good evening.